Hello everyone, I am Yamini from Srajan. Today I'm going to talk about international relations between India and South Korea. Before we jump into the topic, let me tell you more about us. In Srajan, we provide social, educational and economic empowerment to women. We identify the problems of women and impress upon them the significance of dignified living and persuade them to take up an alternative livelihood and to take such measures so as to equip them in attaining such means of living. We aim to provide women a society where they can live with equal terms, roles, and responsibilities. Not only this, also to empower them to make an educated and earning lady of the house. The study of interactions of nation states and non-governmental organizations in subjects such as politics, economics, and security are known as international relations. International relations are an interdisciplinary area that examines topics such as human rights, global poverty, the environment, economics, globalization, security, global ethics, and political environment by combining fields of economy, history, and political science. International relations permit countries to work together, pool resources, and share information in order to address global concerns that affect more than just one country or region. The bilateral relations between India and South Korea are referred to as India-South Korea relations or Indo-South Korean relations. The two countries' diplomatic relations were formally established in 1973. Several trade agreements have been signed since then, including the 1974 Agreement on Trade Promotion, Economic and Technological Cooperation, the 1976 Agreement on Science and Technology Cooperation, the 1985 Convention on Double Taxation Avoidance, and the 1996 Bilateral Investment Promotion and Protection Agreement. Relations between India and the Republic of Korea have progressed significantly in the recent years, becoming fully multidimensional as a result of considerable convergence of interests, mutual goodwill, and high-level encounters. South Korea is currently India's fifth largest foreign investor. During the Asian financial crisis of 1997, South Korean companies wanted to expand their access to global markets and began trading with India. In February 1996, the External Affairs Minister of India and Korean Minister of Foreign Affairs and Trade founded the Indian Republic of Korea Joint Mission for Bilateral Cooperation. The two countries agreed to refocus their efforts on revising their visa procedures, expanding commerce, and establishing a free trade deal to promote more investment between them. In February 2006, Indian President Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam paid a state visit to Korea, ushering in a new era in Indian-Korea relations. It resulted in formation of Joint Task Force to finalize Bilateral Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement, also known as CEPA, which was signed on August 7, 2009 in Seoul by Minister of Commerce and Industry Shri Anand Sharma. On January 26, 2010, when bilateral ties were raised to the level of strategic partnership, Korean President Lee conducted a historic visit to India as the chief guest at India's Republic Day celebrations. From the 24th to the 27th of March 2012, Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh paid an official visit to Seoul in connection with nuclear security summits, which resulted in the strengthening of the bilateral strategic alliance established during President Lee Myung-suk's state visit to India. On March 25, 2012, the presence of two leaders, a visa simplification agreement was signed in the Blue House. During the PM's visit, a joint statement was also released. In July 2018, South Korean President Moon Jae-in and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi jointly launched Samsung Electronics' largest smartphone assembly plant in the world in Noida. Following the start of President Moon Jae-in's administration, the friendship gained fresh vigor. Mr. Chung Dong-che, a former culture minister, was appointed as President Moon's special envoy to India, the first time this has happened in the bilateral relationship. On the sidelines of the G20 summit in Hamburg on July 8, 2017, PM Modi and President Moon had a bilateral meeting. The friendship was further reinforced when Speaker of the National Assembly, Chung Se-kyun, visited India on the invitation of the Speaker of the Lok Sabha from March 7 to March 10, 2018. On the invitation of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, President Moon Jae-in conducted a state visit to India from July 8 to 11, 2018. Both countries discussed a wide range of bilateral, regional and global problems during the visit and published a vision statement detailing their shared visions for people, prosperity, peace and the future. Both presidents talked on prospective synergies between India's Act East policy and South Korea's New Southern policy, the Indo-Pacific strategy, military cooperation, and future technologies. Both countries signed 11 memorandums of understanding agreements on topics ranging from Queen Suriratna Memorial Project to ICT and biotechnology. Fuels, cereals, iron, and steel are among India's major exports to Korea. Automobile parts, telecommunication equipments, hot rolled iron goods, petroleum refined products, base lubricating oils, mechanical appliances, electrical machinery, and parts in iron and steel are Korea's principal export items. India and South Korea have launched the Korea Plus project, which Prime Minister Modi announced in June 2016 in order to promote and facilitate Korean investment in India. In September of this year, a Korea-India SME and Startup Center was established. The first India-Korea Business Summit held in New Delhi from 14 to 16 January 2016 by Chosun Organization. Korea's top media group and the CII provided favorable atmosphere for trade and business between the two nations. On February 27, 2018, the second India-Korea Business Summit was held in New Delhi. Direct flights offered by Air India and Korean Air have established good air connectivity between the two countries. Furthermore, from October 1, 2018, the Government of India has given visa on arrival to Korean nationals arriving through 6 selected international airports in India as part of our endeavor to boost tourism and better people-to-people exchanges. So with that, we come to the end of this video. I hope this helped you know better about Indian-Korean relations. For more such interesting videos, subscribe to our channel and also don't forget to like, share and comment.